Got some good news for you. The weekend forecast is looking good. We just have today, tomorrow to get through, and we actually have more chances for rain and thunderstorms Thursday as well. Still have some sprinkles out there, incredibly light. And then, of course, we have the cloud coverage, which is going to stick around for most of the day. There may be a couple breaks in the clouds, but honestly, there's not going to be a ton, and that's going to keep us a little bit cooler, that with an easterly wind. So you can see some sprinkles across the southeast. Boston, maybe some spots of drizzle. Drizzle droplets are so tiny that they don't always show up on the radar. So there may be more drizzle than what you can see out there. Some sprinkles in Bridgewater, for example. In northern Worcester County, you're going to get in on the very light rain that's to your west. The rest of the day, the rain chances are pretty slim just because of how isolated the coverage is. As we were telling you yesterday, the most widespread rain was earlier this morning. So just a low end 20% chance for an isolated shower sprinkle the rest of the day. This morning, we were down to the upper 60s, low 70s, which is actually pretty warm for this time of year, which is because of the cloud coverage. Barely any warmer now, and we're really not going to be warming up a whole lot today, only a couple more degrees because of the easterly wind and cloud coverage. Dew points are not far behind. Highs today 75 to 80 degrees. More rain ahead for tomorrow. I'll show you that coming up. And it's incredibly humid out there with the rain showers we have around, definitely on the cloudy side today. The upcoming weekend, though, looks a whole lot better. I've got that forecast coming up. Because when the temperature and the dew point are closer together, that's a higher relative humidity, and it just feels wet out there, even though the rain has finished for a lot of us. We still have some spotty sprinkles out there. Zooming in Boston, you can actually see some spots of drizzle in locations, some sprinkles across the southeast. And I don't want to rule out an isolated sprinkle for the rest of the day, but the widespread rain we saw earlier this morning, that's pretty much done. As we go toward the afternoon hours, you can see it's picking up on an isolated sprinkle, some spotty drizzle chances. There's going to be a couple clouds around. They may break apart a bit this afternoon in some locations, so I'm going to call today partly to mostly cloudy. As we get to the evening and overnight hours, we have a chance for an isolated shower, and then we do this all over again, and it's a pretty similar pattern. In the morning, it's going to be most widespread again across the Cape and the southeast coast. Here's 7 o'clock in the morning. You can see they're definitely starting the day with a soaker. 11 a.m. Isolated showers possible elsewhere in eastern Massachusetts. But again, you've got some downpours on the Cape and the islands, and then it starts to fill in a little bit more for the rest of eastern Massachusetts. So eastern Mass, you've got a chance for some spotty showers throughout the day. It's going to be a lot more hit or miss than what the Cape and the islands are going to be dealing with tomorrow. As we get to tomorrow night, starting to dry out a little bit. So the highest rainfall amounts are going to be on the Cape and the islands. You could definitely pick up a quick couple of inches from the rain that we're expecting. Most of that, of course, falling tomorrow morning and tomorrow late morning, early afternoon, whereas the rest of us, it's much more hit or miss, so the rainfall amounts are certainly a lot lower. Let's talk about the dew point. That's probably what you're going to feel the most impactful weather today. Humid today, humid on Wednesday, dew points upper 60s, low 70s. Very humid on Thursday with dew points in the upper 60s, low 70s. We do get a break, though. Look at Friday. Friday's going to be feeling a whole lot better. It's going to eventually be dew points in the upper 50s and low 60s, which low 60s is slightly muggy, but again, compared to the 70s we have out there, it's going to feel pretty nice. Today, 75 to 80 degrees, isolated shower, sprinkle, overnight an isolated sprinkle chance, 64 to 69, incredibly humid. Tomorrow, still humid, cooler, 71 to 76, and some spotty shower chances for tomorrow as well. And this weekend, I have good news. We start to dry out. Dew points a little bit better, and highs are going to be in the mid to the upper 80s with some mostly sunny skies. So rain chances and storm chances really through Thursday. Friday looks better, partly sunny, 82. Weekend looks good, and then as we get into next week, we're actually going to start warming up quite a bit. Monday is going to be close to 90 degrees.